So The Rock dropped a 20-minute video promo on his Instagram. I literally just finished listening to it and taking some notes about it. And there were some points there that were good. And we have different things going on because of it. The best part for me was the end of it. But let's talk about all of this. So as you know, The Rock came back. He's been around now for the most of this year now, every few weeks and there, and now he's gonna be on more often on SmackDown. So the biggest drama in this is that he was taking Cody's spot at WrestleMania, and we all went wild about this, including myself. And at the end, we finally got the main event that we want. So Rock has been out there saying a lot of nothing and a lot of nonsense. Like, let's be real. As a kid, I was hurt when The Rock left. I was like, why? I always been a huge, huge Rock fan. Obviously, I started watching wrestling because of Stone Cold first, and I stayed for The Rock. And obviously, when Stone Cold came back, I stayed for that. But since that time that Stone Cold was out, The Rock basically was the guy. And I was 10, no, I was 11 and 12 years old when I was this huge fan of The Rock. And then eventually I became a teen. He went on to do movies, and I was like, damn, I wish he would come back. And he will come back. He came back in 2003, and every now and then he will come back. And that was still The Rock that I remember as a child. But then when The Rock came back for WrestleMania 2011, something was off, but I guess nostalgia, you know. You're like, I'm glad he's back, whatever. But looking back at it in 2011 when he came back, Cena cooked him. I went to that WrestleMania, the first one, but I didn't go to the second one, to the following year. But when you look back, Cena cooked him. But at that time, you're like, The Rock is back, great, no big deal. I knew something was off about the way that he was delivering his promos. And then after that, The Rock would show up here and there. He even showed up surprisingly on a Raw that I went to. And I was still, hey, The Rock, no problem. And so I'm always going to be a Rock fan. But we all grow up and we all notice things. And one of those is The Rock's promos. The Rock's promos are not the same. They're just not the same. At some point, I started catching up. And I'm like, Rock, you say a lot of nothing and a lot of the same. Let's be real here. Obviously, there's going to be people out there that are going to defend this. I'm a Rock fan. Always been. But right now, I'm a Cody fan. That's what I am right now. I'm a Cody. Even Cody says it himself that we all were Rock fan. We grew up with this. So I was always a fan. But that is not going to stop me from seeing through the BS. Let's be real. The Rock is one person and Dwayne Johnson is another. Let's say The Rock from, let's say, 2001. Or the best Rock was 2000. To me, that was the best Rock. Year 2000, one of his best works ever. At least for me. Obviously, other people would like 2003 Rock, 2000 Rock, even 2001 Rock, which was short because 2001, after WrestleMania, he left. And then once he came back, that was not the same Rock from the year 2000 and even the first half of that year. But he was still good, but he wasn't that serious baby face, good guy, but still serious. That wasn't the same guy. And eventually, in 2003, he was the heel. And after that, obviously, he came back here and then. But The Rock, now, I just feel like he's just a salesman. Like this 20-minute promo, I don't know if maybe the 12-year-old me will like it. I don't know, but eh, I'm glad that he's back. I will always be glad that The Rock is in wrestling. I was not big on him taking spots, like taking away from Cody, and him in this video going about, oh, did you know this match with Roman Reigns was always there? Yes, it was always there. So why didn't you do it? Because other things were more important to you, Rock. Your schedule was always full, right? You want to go around saying all this nonsense that, oh, Cody now took this match away. This is the big thing. Since Roman Reigns said that he's the head of the table, blah, blah, blah. And then The Rock wants to put videos that at the beginning of January of this year, he said that he wants to sit at the head of the table. And everybody cheer, yeah. And when I was watching that Raw live, and when he said it, I had mixed emotions. Because it was like, oh, shit. And I'm like, wait a minute. No. Supposed to be Cody. Bro was like, oh, shit. But Cody still had not won the Royal Rumble at that point. So I don't know what plans they had. Is it going to be a triple threat? I didn't know. So nobody made a big deal about it. I just saw memes about it. Like, oh, Cody wants to finish the story. And The Rock is like, haha, wait a minute. But then Cody won the Royal Rumble. So what are we all thinking? He's going to choose Roman. And that's what he does. At the Royal Rumble, he points at Roman. I was there. I was at the Royal Rumble. I drove to Tampa that day to watch this. And he was pointing at Roman Reigns. So we all left from there thinking that Cody is going to WrestleMania and do this because he's a two-time Royal Rumble winner. Only the fourth guy to do it. Yeah, WWE is going to drop the ball on the two-time Royal Rumble. So hey, WWE, are you telling me that the Royal Rumble doesn't mean shit? So we should not go to the Royal Rumble from now on because it doesn't mean anything. I have to know because it seems like it because, for example, Bayley, nowhere to be found in any poster, and she won the Women's Royal Rumble. And then you want to bust out with this bullshit that Cody wasn't going to go to the main event either. What the fuck? Yeah. But Bayley stuff is another topic. So I'm here like, Rock, what are you talking about? When you went to Raw, he hadn't won it. But then you want to add that Cody gave up his spot. And he's like, yeah, this sucks. It stinks, but I understand business, blah, blah, blah. And then they made a deal. End of story. Right? Right. Okay. And now The Rock is mad because supposedly Cody should have just told him. I guess at this point, there's some truth. And since half of it, obviously, is part of the script. This is a mixture of both here. Like, some things are true and some are obviously scripted. But let's be real here. I know what happened here, Rock. You came in here and you're the owner now. You got all this power and you wanted to get what you wanted. God knows if you even were watching the product before. God knows if you even know half of the names in the locker room. Because The Rock and Dwayne Johnson, totally different people. And some people might actually dislike The Rock for, like, Maui. That stuff, I just separate that stuff. That's Dwayne Johnson. And the other guy is The Rock, the guy that I was watching when I was a kid. So I just put those things separate. Anyways, in the video that he's still going on about, then this is the point where I'm like, wait a minute. Half of this stuff here is like, some of it is true and some of it is not. Because now The Rock is also talking about David from Busted Open Radio. And there's a video from before that this guy David did, how he's like, he was furious at The Rock. So the video finally made it to The Rock. And now The Rock is responding to that. And he's just, just being The Rock at this point, responding to him. And then Davey responds to this. And then I'm like, he's actually furious. I'm like, is he just playing along? Is he just playing along with this? Because at this point, come on, The Rock is just roasting you, just playing the heel, is my assumption. I don't think The Rock is actually meaning what he's saying. So I thought that the reaction will be different. And it will be like, you don't hate The Rock anymore. You don't dislike him because he actually gave up the spot. And now we got Cody back. But obviously, The Rock, Cody, Roman, the Bloodline, they're all involved in the main event at the end of the day. God knows what is going to happen that night. Hopefully, they know how to put this thing well enough together to be what we want and surprise us without disappointing us. Because I am going to this WrestleMania, and I am hoping that finally Cody gets what he needs to get. But I still expect surprises. Hopefully not a Money in the Bank surprise. That better not happen. But anyway, this thing when The Rock went on for like 20 minutes, eventually he got to Seth Rollins. And he's telling basically Seth Rollins to stop running his mouth because Seth Rollins is saying the same thing that I've been thinking. The Rock says a lot of the same and nothing. So then The Rock says, I am the boss, and if you want to keep that title, you better shut up. So he basically will take the title away from, obviously at this point, The Rock is just playing the heel, right? Good. That's good. Great. And at the, oh, wait, I remember now. And now, so now we got Seth Rollins in the middle of this. We got Cody, we got Roman, we got The Rock, we got the Bloodline, God knows who else. And now The Rock throws it and calls Cody Rhodes' dog goofy ass dog. I thought that was funny. That was funny, but now he's messing with a man's dog. Yeah. What happened with John Wick? If you watch that movie, you know what happens. Be careful messing with a man's dog, Rock. And then at the end, The Rock says to Cody Rhodes, fuck your story. And that was probably the most entertaining thing that The Rock said in the entire 20 minutes that he went on blah, 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 blah. This could have been cut short. I don't think it needed to be 20 minutes. Because at the end of the day, The Rock says a lot of things sometimes. He's being a salesman. And man, I get it. You want to sell your product. You now you want to say that you love pro wrestling, but you weren't there, man. You weren't there. You just weren't. You're back now, but you weren't there. Like I could easily say that for 15 years, probably more, you really haven't done that much. Yeah, now you're back and saying all this stuff. But Rock, you weren't there. You were doing movies and other shit. So you can't now expect me to believe everything that comes out of your mouth. Because sometimes I hear Dwayne Johnson. I don't hear The Rock. And I don't know what it is. Maybe The Rock is just too rich to have it in him to cut a great promo. He did cut a pretty decent promo at the SmackDown that he was in the last time. But that's about it. Let's see what he does on this SmackDown now on March 1st. But The Rock's promos have not been as entertaining as before. I don't think The Rock is as hungry as he used to be. The man has too much money. He's probably not even trying 100%. I don't think he is. Obviously, there's going to be fans that are going to like whatever The Rock puts out there. We are not all the same. But I look beyond. Oh, I don't just be, The Rock is here, great. Whatever he says, yes. No. I'm still going to look past that and be like, yeah, I'm not satisfied with what you put out there. So maybe by the end of this feud, by the end of WrestleMania, I'm feeling differently. But I don't think I'm ever going to feel a promo like The Rock really used to do back in the day because I feel he repeats the same thing, and I don't think he even knows what he's about to deliver. Like that time with John Cena like is like spit it out. Yeah, I feel like that about The Rock here and there with his promos. Like, get to the point, man. I never felt that way. I'm an adult today, and I watch the promos that he used to deliver, and I'm not thinking get to the point, because he's just delivering what we want to hear. There's a promo of The Rock, probably it's my top 5 Rock promo, and it's that time when he faced the Radicals, when Cactus Jack was in a 5-1 handicap match, and he put himself in it. That's a legendary promo. You gotta go watch it. Look it up. The Rock, the Radicals. I believe that's in 2000. Yeah, I think that's the year 2000. Yeah, because Cactus Jack. Yep. Watch that promo. That's one of the best Rock promo ever. And he just, the promos back then, they fit him because he wouldn't even smile. And I would be like, how can he even say all this shit and not even show his teeth? But today, The Rock is smiling, saying a bunch of crap. Dude, if for some reason Cody does not get his at WrestleMania, it is because of this clown, The Rock, not Seth. Oh, because he was calling Seth a clown. We're not going to be very happy about it. It's going to be a lot of fans not happy about it. The Rock can do whatever he wants after WrestleMania. He can do whatever he wants after. He wants to go at it with Roman Reigns after. Go right ahead. SummerSlam, next WrestleMania. Do it. Do whatever you got to do. That's if you get Roman to stay by SummerSlam. Because let's assume that Roman actually drops the title at WrestleMania. He's probably going to go away for a couple of months. Is The Rock going to stick around and feud with Cody? Maybe. But Cody called him out at the Elimination Chamber. So what is going to happen? My assumption is that Cody might actually face The Rock at WrestleMania on 9-1. Or 9-2 at some point during that WrestleMania, and then have to face Roman Reigns later. Because why will he challenge The Rock? That means that something is coming. And why would The Rock put a 20-minute promo on his Instagram if he's going to SmackDown? So is The Rock just going to lay in the SmackDown? If anything, on this SmackDown, it's Cody's time to give The Rock an ass kicking for getting slapped at the press conference. And Rock, please put a little bit more work into your promo work, because it sucks when you do the people's elbow. You don't even do the leg kick anymore. You just drop the elbow. Those are little things, but that's what The Rock was. And I know you're 50-something, 51, 52, but you look a little slow. Maybe it's time to reduce the muscle so you're a little quicker. So I'm assuming that's why you can do the leg kick. Maybe your knee hurt, your other knee hurts. I'm just making shit up right now. But it's just what I am seeing from this side. The Rock will never hear this. I'm pretty sure. He will never hear this. But if he ever does, just remember that at one point, supposedly you have $7, then maybe you may want to have the same drive for your promo. Maybe. And wait a minute. As I'm recording this, I see Cody's response to The Rock about the video. He's basically like, wait, let me put myself together laughing through this. So I just a screenshot of a conversation, somebody answering, I guess, to something long. And I've seen this before. And it basically, the screenshot says this: I ain't watching all that. I'm happy for you, though. Or sorry that happened. Perfect response from Cody to The Rock. Oh, man, wrestling is fun again. Yep.